The hills loomed black against the sky, but no sign of habitation appeared. Cugel's spirits sagged low. He proceeded more slowly, searching the landscape with care, and at last, to his great satisfaction, he came upon a large and elaborate manse of archaic design, shrouded behind the trees of an untidy garden. The lower windows glowed with amber light, a cheerful sight for the benighted wanderer. Cugel turned briskly aside and approached the manse, putting by his usual precautions of surveillance and perhaps peering through the windows, especially in view of two white shapes at the edge of the forest which quietly moved back into the shadows as he turned to stare. Cugel marched to the door and tugged smartly at the bell chain. From within came the sound of a far gong. A moment passed. Cugel looked nervously over his shoulder and again pulled at the chain. Finally, he heard slow steps approaching from within. The door opened, and a pinch-faced old man, thin, pale and stoop-shouldered, looked through the crack. Cugel used the suave tones of gentility. "Good evening. What is this handsome old place, may I ask?" The old man responded without cordiality.
"Sir, this is Flutic, where Master Twango keeps residence. What is your business?"
"Nothing out of the ordinary," said Cugel airily. "I am a traveller, and I seem to have lost my way. I will therefore trespass upon Master Twango's hospitality for the night, if I may."
"Quite impossible. From which direction do you come?"
"From the east."
"Then continue along the road through the forest and over the hills to Saskervoy. You will find lodging to meet your needs at the Inn of Blue Lamps."
"It is too far, and in any event robbers have stolen my money."
"You will find small comfort here. Master Twango gives short shrift to indigents."
The old man started to close the door, but Cugel put his foot into the aperture.
"Wait. I noticed two white shapes at the edge of the forest, and I dare go no farther tonight."
"In this regard I can advise you," said the old man. "The creatures are probably roast gobblers or Hyperborean sloths, if you prefer the term. Return to the beach and wade 10 feet into the water. You will be safe from their lust. Then tomorrow you may proceed to Saskervoy."
The door closed. Cugel looked anxiously over his shoulder. At the entrance to the garden, where heavy yews flanked the walk, he glimpsed a pair of still white forms. Cugel turned back to the door and jerked hard at the bell chain. Slow steps padded across the floor, and once again the door opened. The old man looked out.
"Sir?"
"The ghouls are now in the garden. They block the way to the beach."
The old man opened his mouth to speak, then blinked as a new concept entered his mind. He tilted his head and spoke craftily.
"You have no funds?"
"I carry not so much as a groat."
"Well then, are you disposed toward employment?"
"Certainly, if I survive the night."
"In that case you are in luck. Master Twango can offer employment to a willing worker."
The old man threw open the door, and Cugel gratefully entered the manse. With an almost exuberant flourish, the old man closed the door.
"Come, I will take you to Master Twango, and you can discuss the particulars of your employment. How do you choose to be announced?"
"I am Cugel."
"This way, then. You will be pleased with the opportunities. Are you coming? At Flutic we are brisk."
Despite all, Cugel held back.
"Tell me something of the employment. I am, after all, a person of quality, and I do not turn my hand to everything."
"No fear. Master Twango will accord you every distinction. Ah, Cugel, you will be a happy man. If only I were young again. This way, if you please."
Cugel still held back.
"First things first. I am tired and somewhat the worse for travel. Before I confer with Master Twango, I would like to refresh myself and perhaps take a bite or two of nourishment. In fact, let us wait until tomorrow morning, when I will make a